Everyone's favorite web slinger swings onto 4K format this Tuesday with the latest in the MCU franchise. Being a Sony release instead of Disney, how does this look in comparison to the other MCU movies and its predecessor? We're going over picture and audio quality, cover options, and if it's worth your purchase. In for review today is Spiderman Far From Home on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray. The past few weeks have been such an emotional roller coaster when it comes to Spidey's fate in the MCU, but finally this week Marvel and Sony came to agreement to keep Tom Holland's Spider-Man within the MCU for at least 2 more movies, which is great news after the cliffhanger that this film left us on. I can finally rest easy now. Keep in mind this is a Sony release, though a part of the MCU, so we're looking at a different studio that's producing this 4K. There are a lot of complaints when it comes to MCU movies on 4K, so I really wasn't worried about this one as Spider-Man Homecoming looks so good. For picture quality, this one wasn't so bad. I do think that the image on the first movie was just a tad bit better, but this one is no failure by any means. The image is nice and crisp, and the scenery used in the film is just beautiful. You get such a fun look at other countries, and I think they did a great job capturing that sense of wonder you have from traveling. This film had a huge weight on its shoulders considering it was the first release post-Endgame and had to deal with a lot of that trauma. This managed to be both a fun movie and also deal with the emotional fallout from the Infinity War saga. This disc has some great color on it, and the HDR was used really well during the action sequences, especially everything involving Mysterio's powers. The highlights of the power usage look great, not blinding, but very bright and nice to look at. I'm going to give this one an 8.5. Audio quality was the surprising event on this release. Sony has already done such a good job with their mixes, but they really dropped the ball on this one. The sound was so low, much like Disney's releases. I saw this in theaters and some scenes just rocked the building, not to mention the deep immersiveness during some of the Mysterio sequences, but these were nowhere to be found on this release. I was very disappointed in it, so I'm going to give it a solid 5. Cover options are the standard release, which looks nice. It's just a still image of Spidey with both his regular costume and his European night monkey look. Best Buy also has a beautiful steelbook, and I really like how it's done. The artwork's really interesting, and I actually prefer this one over the standard. So overall, what's the verdict with this one? Yes, it has a nice picture, but the audio is really lacking. I would honestly wait a little bit on this one to come down and then pick it up. It will for sure be a Black Friday item, and you may want to grab it then. The digital stream had really good quality in terms of picture, and the audio wasn't a mess, so there's an option as well. Hopefully this review has helped your decision some. Be sure and check back all week as I'll be going over the other MCU releases as well as Disney's Frozen on 4K, so stick around. Thanks for watching, everyone.